Hello everyone, my name is Sayu Putu and I am a student from Universitas Negeri Makassar. So today I'll be presenting my research proposal which explores the theme of social class in James Cameron film Titanic. So literature in its broader sense reflects society and human experience. Film, as a powerful form of modern literature, provides a visual medium to explore complex social themes. So Titanic is not just about a love story set against a historical tragedy, highlighting the stark division between the wealthy elite and the struggling lower classes. So my interest in this topic originated from a combination of factors. The first is I was drawn to the potential for Cameron film as a social commentary. I want to explore whether the director intentionally used the film to critique social inequalities. Second is the historical accuracy of the film is significant, and Aramis Titanic tragedy provides a real-world context for examine class dynamics during the era. Third is the theme of the social class conflict aligns perfectly with Marxist theory. This framework provides a lens for analyzing the power struggle and inequalities depicted in the film. And the last is my personal interest in this socio-economic class in the film motivate me to look for answer. To explore these themes, my research will address this key question. The first is how are social class differences represented visually and narratively James Cameron's Titanic. Next is how did social class influence the rescue policy and the survival change of passengers in the film depicting of the disaster. And the last question is how does the film, through its narrative and character interaction, reflects or critique the capitalist system and its impact on the character experience. To answer this question, I set three specific objectives. The first objective is to identify and analyze specific visual and narrative elements in Titanic that signify social class division. Objective 2 is to examine the relationship between social class and the implementation of rescue policy as portrayed in the film. And the last is to interpret the film commentary on social class through a Marxist lens, focusing on concepts like class struggle and the power dynamics. This research is significant because it provides a deeper understanding of Titanic and the social commentary on early 20th century inequalities, and it also contributes to the field of film study by exploring how movie can reflect and critique social issue. And the next is over a Marxist perspective on class conflict within a specific historical and cinematic context. And the last is expand the understanding of how capitalism creates a social divide. The theoretical framework for the study involves applying Marxist theory to Titanic, and as Karl Marx argued that social class conflict arise when people are aware of their own class. This framework will help me analyze the power dynamics and conflicts between different social classes in the film. So this research employs a qualitative research approach. The methodology involves analyzing the representation of social class within the film narrative and visual elements through the purposeful selection of scenes and dialogues that depict social class difference. The primary data for this research will be sourced directly from the film Titanic. Specifically, I will be focusing on select scenes and dialogues to identify and analyze the representation of social class. The data collection process will involve several steps. First, I will watch the film Titanic multiple times. Second, I will identify scenes and dialogue relevant to social class. Third, I will transcribe relevant dialogues and describe the select scenes. And finally, I will organize the data according to themes relate to social class. So the data will be analyzed using thematic analysis guided by Marquez theory, and this involves identifying recurring themes related to social class in the select scenes and dialogues, and then analyzing how this theme reflects Marxist concepts such as class struggle and the exploitation of the proletariat, and interpreting the film message about social inequality and its consequences. This is reference, and these are some of key reference that I will be using for my research. So I think that's all from me. Thank you and see you.